Welcome to this video. This video is for BCom second semester students of Karnataka University, Dharwad. I am DG.Tapas, Assistant Professor, Department of Commerce, Government First Grade College, Yellapur, Uttara Kannada, affiliated to Karnataka University, Dharwad. Resume or curriculum vitae or biodata. This is a significant part of the chapter application letters of business communication skills of BCom second sem. This video has been designed in a very simple and lucid style which may help you to design a good resume or curriculum vitae or biodata which has a very significant space in the question paper of the university. So it is my appeal through this video to you all that remember all the points which I am going to present in this video while drafting or practicing a resume, which is going to be a 15 marks part, that too in the case study analysis part of the question paper. In this video, I may also use contextually the vernacular language to help the average students also. Let me proceed with the presentation. Have a look at this resume format. Have a look at this. It's a standard format of resume or curriculum vitae. Name and content information, summary or objectives, professional history, educational history, skills, awards, achievements, hobbies and interests. It may be optional, last one. So in this style, a resume is designed. Let me go to the central part of the resume. In this part, I have made 4 sections, meaning number 1, number 2, 10 tips for writing a good resume, then universal principles for writing a good resume, then last examples, like this. So ಈ ಭಾಗದಲ್ಲಿ 4 ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ವಿಭಾಗಗಳನ್ನಾಗಿ ನಾನು ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀನಿ. ಮೀನಿಂಗು, 10 ಟಿಪ್ಸ್ ಫಾರ್ ರೈಟಿಂಗ್ ಎ ಗುಡ್ ರೆಸ್ಯೂಮೆ, ಯೂನಿವರ್ಸಲ್ ಪ್ರಿನ್ಸಿಪಲ್ಸ್ ಫಾರ್ ರೈಟಿಂಗ್ ಎ ಗುಡ್ ರೆಸ್ಯೂಮೆ, ನಂತರ ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ಸ್. Now let us see the meaning of a resume. A short document created by a person seeking employment for presenting his background, qualifications, skills, and accomplishments. So, this is the meaning of a resume. It's a short document or text which is going to be prepared by an individual who is in search of a job. In that short document or text, he is going to present his background, qualifications, skills, and achievements. So, this resume is similar to curriculum vitae, or the CV curriculum vitae is similar to resume. Similar to resume, but which is used for employment purpose in the UK, United Kingdom. So the word curriculum vitae used in UK, not in our country India. ಯುನೈಟೆಡ್ ಕಿಂಗ್ಡಮ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಕರಿಕ್ಯುಲಮ್ ಇಟ್ಟೈ ಅಂತ ಇದನ್ನು ಕರೀತಾರೆ. Then next, the biodata, the term is used in the place of the term resume in South Indian countries. So biodata term ನಮ್ಮ South Indian countries like one second, like India, Pakistan and Bangladesh. ಈ ಸೌತ್ ಇಂಡಿಯನ್ ಕಂಟ್ರೀಸ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ರೆಸ್ಯೂಮೆ ಬದಲಾಗಿ ಬಯೋಡಾಟಾ ಅಂತ ಕರೀತಾರೆ. Now let us see some important notes in this context. A resume is a shorter summary version of one's education and experience. It's a shorter version. Whereas the curriculum vitae is a longer and more detailed one. It is used in United States academic circles. So this is what is about a resume, curriculum vitae, biodata. They are in almost all similar, but calling of them in different countries is different. Now let me go to the next step. Your resume is often the first step in getting an interview with an employer. It is the first step, no doubt. When an individual, after getting his degree, takes a paper and writes his educational qualifications, skills, achievements in a paper called resume, is the first step. When he sends this resume to an employer, he sends an interview letter this candidate. Employers use resumes throughout the hiring process. See, up to the appointment stage, this resume is considered. The employers go through this resume to learn more about the applicants and whether they might be a good fit. Whether that applicant is going to be a fit one for the organization. So such things are going to be analyzed by the employer when he receives a resume from any individual. Then therefore your resume should be easy to read. Your resume should be easy to read. And you have to summarize your accomplishments and skills and highlight the relevant experiences. So you have to make emphasize on your accomplishments, skills, and relevant experiences. So this is about the meaning of a resume. Then after having understood this basic concept of resume, let us move to the second section, 10 tips for writing a resume. You see, to make your resume unique one, you have to uh, follow some tips that will help you organize and design your resume. There are 10 tips. Let us see. Here there are 10 tips. 10 tips. Let us see one by one. Carefully read the postings. Study examples of resumes. Use a professional font. Put the most important information first. Use active language. Call attention for only important achievements. Only include subheadings and sections you need. Choose appropriate margins. Proofread and edit. Decide whether you need a unique resume for different jobs. You see, these are the 10 tips. If you follow, you will be able to design a good resume. Carefully read the job postings. So when you apply for different jobs, you have to carefully read the job postings. Because each job we have description for keywords, means which the employer is looking for, means which keywords the employer is interested. So those keywords you have to read carefully. Let us see an example. If you have applied for a medical billing coderಗೆ ಒಂದು ಅಪ್ಲಿಕೇಶನ್ ಮಾಡಿದರೆ ನೀವು, ಆವಾಗ ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಜಾಬ್ ಡಿಸ್ಕ್ರಿಪ್ಷನ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಕೆಲವೊಂದು ಕೀವರ್ಡ್ಸ್, ಕೋಡಿಂಗ್, claims, submission or AR management, like that there will be some keywords there. So you have to see those and consider those keywords for drafting your resume. Then requirements or qualifications, so this has to be given more emphasis. So if you have the skills that the employers are looking for, means if you have really the skills the employers are looking for, you see, if the same skills you have which the employers are really interested in, so you can add these same terms to your resume in the experience or skills sections. So this is how the first point. And next come to the study examples of resumes. So read, refer to more examples as you can. So for inspiration and best practice, you can go through as many examples as possible. First, make it simple and easy to read. Let it be straightforward and let it be professional. Clean font has to be used. So make it brief. Let it be brief. Means short and to the point. Don't round about the bush. Right in what you call in a very confusing manner. So let it be straightforward and to the point, short and to the point. Then let us come to use a professional font. Here is very important. I have already explained that employers have no time to read your lengthy resume. So let it be. Then it should be easy to read as possible. Read as possible. And let it be clear also. It should be clear. It should be clear. So Arial or Times New Roman style, Arial or Times New Roman style, and a 10 to 12 size, font size has to be followed. Therefore, selecting a clear, readable font will help make your resume appear more professional. Is very important. Selecting a clear, readable font will help make your resume appear more professional. So this is very important. ಗಮನಿಸಬೇಕು ನೀವು. Put the most important information first. So we have already told as brief as possible. It has to be as brief as possible, and key information has to be taken care. So if you go on putting unwanted informations in the resume, leaving out key information, it is meaningless. So take care of key information. Only uh, best important information first. Spend research has shown that hiring managers means employers. Research has shown that hiring managers tend to spend only 6 seconds per resume, per resume, per resume. So to read one resume, the employer spends only 6 seconds. 6 seconds. So carefully it has to be written. Use active language. Language used in the resume writing has to be very active. That means extraneous words should not be used. Extraneous words means irrelevant. Irrelevant. See here. Irrelevant, unrelated, unconnected, not pertinent. So in extraneous words should not be used. That is power words, earned, achieved, completed or accomplished like that. So shorter or ideas more concise. Take care of this. ಶಾರ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಮತ್ತು ಐಡಿಯಾಸ್ ಮೋರ್ ಕನ್ಸೈಸ್ ಆಗಿರೋ ಹಾಗೆ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಸೆಂಟೆನ್ಸಸ್ಗಳನ್ನು ಫ್ರೇಮ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ದಿಸ್ ಈಸ್ ಆ್ಯಕ್ಟಿವ್ ಲ್ಯಾಂಗ್ವೇಜ್. ಕಮಿಂಗ್ ಟು ದಿ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ sixth point, call attention for only important achievements. Means if you have only highlighting achievements or accomplishments, there only 3 or 4 most important achievements in each role you have held should include. Select your top 3 or 4 important achievements and put in the resume. Then next, only include subheadings and sections you need. See, there are 2, resume summary or resume objective. Should not include both. ಎರಡನ್ನು ಸೇರಿಸಬೇಡಿ, ಒಂದು ಯಾವ್ದಾರು ಆಯ್ಕೆ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಯು ಮೈಟ್ ರೀಪ್ಲೇಸ್ ದಿ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೀರಿಯನ್ಸ್ ಸೆಕ್ಷನ್ ವಿತ್ ರೆಲೆವೆಂಟ್ ಕೋರ್ಸ್ ವರ್ಕ್. ದಟ್ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಬಿ ಡನ್. ಇದನ್ನು ನೀವು ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೀರಿಯನ್ಸ್ ಸೆಕ್ಷನನ್ನು ರೆಲೆವೆಂಟ್ ಕೋರ್ಸ್ ವರ್ಕ್ ಜೊತೆಗೆ ಅದನ್ನು ರಿಪ್ಲೇಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು, ಅದರ ಬದಲಾಗಿ ಅದನ್ನು ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು ನೀವು. ಇನ್ನು ಚೂಸ್ ಅಪ್ರೋಪ್ರಿಯೇಟ್ ಮಾರ್ಜಿನ್. Margin is very important. Typically, you should use a 1-inch margin size on all sides of your resume with single spaces between the lines. If you have too much white space, you might consider making your lines spaced by 1.15 or 1.5. You can also increase your margins if you find it difficult to fill your resume, but they should stay below 2 inches. 2 ಇಂಚಸ್ಗಿಂತ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಇರಬೇಕು. ಅದು 1.15 or 1.5 ಇರಬೇಕು. ಆಮೇಲೆ 1 inch margin size on all sides of the resume ಇರಬೇಕು. And coming to 9th point, proofread and edit. It's very important. Before sending your resume, you should undergo several rounds of proofreading to ensure that there is no spelling or grammar mistakes or errors. See, proofreading is very important. Before sending your resume, you have to carefully read your resume twice, thrice, 10 times you read. Then only you can send that resume. ಒಂದು 3 ಸರಿ ಬಿಟ್ಟು 4 ಸಾರಿ ನಿಮ್ಮ ರೆಸ್ಯೂಮೆಯನ್ನು ಓದಿಕೊಂಡು ಸರಿಯಾಗಿ ಸ್ಪೆಲ್ಲಿಂಗ್ ಆರ್ ಗ್ರಾಮರ್ ಮಿಸ್ಟೇಕ್ಸ್ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಕನ್ಫರ್ಮ್ ಆದಮೇಲೆ ನೀವು ನಿಮ್ಮ ರೆಸ್ಯೂಮೆಯನ್ನು ಕಳಿಸ್ಬೇಕು. ಡಿಸೈಡ್ ವೆದರ್ you need a unique resume for different jobs. So if you are applying for different jobs, you can make a unique resume for each job. Before submitting an application, you should ask yourself, have I made it as easy as possible for this employer to see that I am qualified? This you have to confirm. Therefore, by case basis, which resume to use, adana you have to decide on a case by case basis which resume to use if you are applying for different jobs. So your resume is often the first step to get an interview with an employer. This point has to be very carefully borne in mind. Then Coming to the next third section, universal principles for resume writing. So there are some five important universal principles that have to be borne in mind. See, these are the five important universal rules or principles. These five rules have already been covered in this video already in the previous pages. The same points are here, but we have made only 5 points here, 5 principles, including all inculcating all the points which we have discussed in the previous pages. Number one, cover all the essential details. Cover all the essential details. It has already been discussed earlier. Explore other resumes for inspiration. See the examples ಅಂತ ನೋಡಿದ್ವಿ ಹಿಂದಿನ ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ. ಅದೇ ಸೇಮ್ ಪಾಯಿಂಟನ್ನು ಬರ್ತೀವಿ. Enumerate your accomplishments whenever possible. Means highlight your achievements like that. Then use keywords that employers are using in their job description. So read job description carefully. In that point we have discussed this point. Therefore the same point has been taken here. For fifth point, proofread several times in each resume to catch errors and misspellings. So this is the last point we have already discussed in the previous page. So these are the 5 important universal principles to be considered while drafting a good resume. Now let us go to the examples directly. Let us not spend much time there in explaining all those things. We have already been explained in detail earlier. You see here one example, curriculum vitae. Who is that? Parveen Kumar Verma. So New Delhi, this person has designed his curriculum vitae, CE, resume or biodata like this. You see here he has written his name there, career objectives, and then professional, personal profile, then education, qualification, professional qualifications, languages known, hobbies. Like that he has included all the details, relevant details in this. Then another example you can see putting your photo and all the details. This is another example, staff nurse resume. It is education, work experience, related skills, then other skills, whatever the relevant information that employer is looking for, that has been put in this resume. So it is another style of resume. So you can practice all these examples and you can have your own resume style. If we come to the first page here where I explained this resume format. So this is resume format. You can have this name, summary, professional history, educational history, skills, awards, achievements and hobbies and interests. So these are the different parts of resume. It is a very standard resume format. So this is how we can practice to write a good resume, which is going to be a very important part in the examination question paper. So I am sure that this video will help you to design a reasonable resume or curriculum vitae or biodata. Thank you. Thank you for watching this video.